Hello guys, I've missed you so much. Welcome back to Cooking with Remi. Let's get cooking. We have not filmed an episode in so long, but I think you're gonna love today's episode. If you can't tell by the title, it's all about meal prep recipes. These are recipes that I make seriously all the time at home for myself, for regular lunch, dinner, or for meal prepping if I have a really busy week. Some of these recipes were actually in the private chef video that I did for Mia. If you guys didn't watch that, go watch it. I know a lot of you were asking for the recipes.
Oh, that's really good. Dare I say, best egg bites I've ever had. Texture's incredible, flavors are phenomenal.
So today, I'm bringing them for you. They are great to prep, and you can just microwave them or air fry them throughout the week to make your life a little bit easier. They're delicious, they're nutritious, and you're gonna love it. On today's menu, we have egg white bites. You can really put whatever you want in them. Today, I'm doing red pepper, some onion, some turkey bacon, and some spinach. These are super customizable and super delicious. All my friends love when I make these. Then for lunch, we're making a miso salmon. It's so good, you guys. You marinate it, it's just delectable. The fish is so good. You can really put it on any sort of meat that you want. And then last but not least for dinner, we're making steak fajita bowls. If you don't like the ingredients, if you want to do something different, if you just want to cook what you have in your fridge, they're also very easy and I feel like beginner friendly, which is awesome. And on that note, let's get cooking. Let's start with our egg white bites. I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees, and then in the meantime, let's get all of our ingredients chopped and prepped to go inside. Okay, as I keep saying, this recipe is so customizable. You can do anything you want inside. Honestly, I will kind of just throw whatever I have in the fridge. One of my favorite combinations though is turkey bacon, onions, red bell pepper, and spinach. Basically in a big skillet, I'll just put some olive oil over like medium-low heat, and then I'll throw all of my veggies in, throw the turkey bacon in, just kind of get it all nice and cooked down, kind of form a little more flavor. You can put salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, whatever you want to put in there. I throw in the spinach last because it cooks super fast, and then we are good to go. Okay, now that everything is prepped for our egg bites, we're going to get to mixing it all together like Hannah Montana. So I often will use whole eggs. If you want to use the yolks, you absolutely can. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Every single recipe, especially today, extremely customizable. I have here a carton of egg whites. You can separate them yourselves if you want. You can use whole eggs if you'd like. I do that often too. We're making these a little bit more protein packed, so we're just doing straight up egg whites. Pour that into our bowl. I'm gonna do about half this container, or about 16 ounces. Now you can leave them like this, or to give it this delicious custardy texture, I'm going to actually add in 1 container of cottage cheese that I whipped up. This adds an extra 56 grams of protein, and on top of that, it just, again, gives it that delicious, fluffy texture. I like my egg whites to be super light, super fluffy, have like almost like a custardy feel to them. If you like a more dense egg bite, then I wouldn't put as much cottage cheese in, if any at all, but again, I love the extra protein that it adds. I'm gonna add in my whole whipped container here. Now time to add in our mixture. Now with this, as I said, you can truly do whatever you want. If you want to do like chicken sausage, if you want to do mushrooms, just veggies, chicken, beef, breakfast sausage, truly whatever. I also like a ton of like mix-ins and toppings in my egg bites. So I make a lot. Like I want just as much, if not more, toppings to egg base. Again, also it just adds a lot of extra protein and a lot of extra flavor as well. And then once that's all in there, you just want to give it a good mix all together till it's nice and well combined. Obviously the point of meal prepping is just to make your life that much easier, and this makes so many egg bites. You can freeze them if you make too many. They're quick to just throw in the microwave and then eat on the go. Amazing. Now that we're all mixed together, we can get to baking them, and it's pretty much done. It's that easy. To make our egg bites, you obviously need a muffin tin. This is my favorite one from Caraway. Literally any muffin tin will work. You can also buy like an egg bite mold if you want to make them bigger, but I feel like this is easily accessible. Almost everybody has a muffin tin, and you can absolutely just spoon your mixture into the tin, bake it, be good to go. But again, I like my egg bites to be really custardy, so I take it to the next level and I actually bake them in a water bath. Now it sounds really crazy, but it's just like one extra step that really makes a huge difference in your egg bites. You absolutely don't have to. You can just bake them for the same amount of time, same temperature. They'll just be a little bit less custardy. I take a casserole dish. This is a 9x13, and the muffin tin fits right on top of it, and I'm gonna fill this with water. We're baking it like it's literally like a creme brulee custard or something soft and jiggly like a flan. Here I have a kettle of boiling water, and I'm just gonna pour this in until it comes up to about an inch, inch and a half up the side. Now I'm gonna take my muffin tin, plop her right on top of there, boom, and just make sure you're careful putting that in and out of the oven. I'm gonna spray each little cup with some spray oil. Then I'm just gonna take my little 1/3 cup measurement. You can do anywhere from like a 1/4 cup to a 1/3 cup of mixture into each one. I just like to make them nice and bulky. I'm a girl that likes food, to be honest. And you just wanna get in there and scoop up, make sure, you know, there's a good amount of toppings for each one, because there's nothing worse than just having like egg white. And you just fill up each cup right there with your mixture. Good to go. So this batch will make 24 egg bites. So if you live with somebody, it's great for the whole week, or if you wanna spread it out, or if you just wanna half it and only make 12, that also works. I'm now gonna plop this into the oven for about 22 to 25 minutes, or until they are soft, but not like super jiggly. And again, if you do the water bath, be very careful putting this into the oven. Make sure you grab your oven mitts. Goodbye, babies. Time to taste test. Let's try our egg white bites. They look so good. To reheat these, you can pop them in the air fryer at like 350 for maybe like 3 to 4 minutes, or I personally just like to throw them in the microwave for like 1 to 2 minutes. Here we go. I love the texture. They're protein packed. I love the flavor. By sauteing all the veggies, oh, it's so good. It adds so much depth to them. They're perfect. Better than anything you can get at a drive-thru for sure. 10 out of 10. Moving on to lunch. Honestly, lunch and dinner are pretty interchangeable. I am making a miso salmon, and this marinade is very similar to the Nobu miso cod. This marinade you could put on chicken. Tofu would be really, really good on salmon, on any sort of fish, on a TV remote, and it would be delicious. Like, trust me, it's really easy to make. You can batch it and put it on so many things. I've done it on beef and fish at the same time and had the same thing for the whole week, and it still tastes so different. I can't say enough good things about this, so let's make the marinade. Okay guys, to make this marinade, it is so easy. In a saucepan, you just want to mix together your mirin and your sake and bring that to a boil. And then once that boils, you're going to let it sit for like maybe a minute or so, and then whisk in your miso paste, as well as some fresh garlic and some sugar. You want to let that come together for a few minutes, pull it off the heat, let it cool completely, and then you can pour it on whatever you're marinating, and it is delicious. So we're back. I have here the salmon that I marinated last night. You can marinate this from like 1 day to 3 days. I made this yesterday and it looks absolutely delicious and ready for air frying or baking of any sort. So the idea of meal prepping this, I mean, you can make this the night before and then pop it in the air fryer during your lunch break and just have it fresh like that. All the flavors obviously in the marinade, and I feel like that's like one side of meal prepping. Another side of meal prepping, you can actually cook it. This is one that I made a few days ago. I cooked it in the air fryer, and now I can just pop it in the microwave or heat it up again in the air fryer for a lunch on the go. But I'm gonna show you how to cook this one today. Now, to make this, you can either throw it into your regular oven. I'll put all of the instructions in the description box. Today, I'm gonna be making mine in the air fryer. I like the air fryer because I like the crusty, delicious top that it gives. So let's get the basket. I'm just gonna toss my fish in the marinade one more time and then put her on my air fryer sheet. Gorgeous. I like my salmon to be on the more medium rare side, so I'm gonna pop this in at 350 for 12 minutes. If you want a more well done cook, I do like 16 to 17 minutes. Cook well, my little baby. Goodbye. While my salmon is cooking, I'm gonna prep up the rest of my dish. I am a huge fan of frozen vegetables and minute rice or microwavable rice packs. Here I have a mixture of stir-fried vegetables. There's like carrots, green beans, broccoli, bell peppers, sugar snap peas. Obviously you can chop and prep all your own vegetables, but this is just so much easier, and I'm simply going to just throw this in the microwave and then just have them regularly steamed. To take them to the next level, you can obviously saute them with some garlic, some butter, whatever you like to do. But to keep mine a little lighter, I'm just gonna do the plain steamed vegetables. And then once my vegetables are done, I'm just gonna pop in my little minute rice and we are good to go. Also making a note that I'm actually leaving out of town the second that I finish making this video. So I'm making smaller quantities of the salmon and the steak today, but obviously if you wanna make it for multiple meals, you can just double it, triple it, quadruple it, and you can make it for as many days or as many dishes as you'd like. Time to try our miso salmon bowls. We got the rice, we got the veggies. This was so quick and smells absolutely divine. It's still moist on the inside. A little rice, a little veggie. Here we go. I'm telling you, you could put this marinade on a sock and it would taste good. This salmon is so moist. The flavor is insane. You have to try. Please let me know what you think of it. It's fantastic. It's so, so good. I cannot stop eating it. Let's move on. Yum, that was so good. Okay guys, let's move on to dinner. We are gonna make steak fajita bowls. As a rising Leo, I'm a girl who loves all the attention on me at a Mexican restaurant, and so I love to get the sizzling fajitas. In all seriousness, I really do love a fajita. I think they're so delicious. I love all the grilled veggies. I love the char that you get on the veggies. I love the meat. I actually made these for Mia's meal prep episode, and this was actually one of her favorite things that I made.
The aromatics, what is that? Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God. Remi, you guys definitely have to try these recipes.
For Mia, I used a filet because she wanted a ton of protein. You can use a filet, skirt steak, ribeye, chicken, whatever you want to do, or even just grilled vegetables. I love a grilled vegetable. So on that note, let's get to cooking these up. Okay guys, so this is so easy to make and you can just batch make this. It's a great way to use up stuff in the fridge, as I said. You just want to grab a huge saucepan and throw all of your veggies in with some avocado oil, olive oil, whatever, and saute them up. I'm doing red bell pepper, green bell pepper, red onion, and jalapeno. I also added some taco seasoning to add some more flavor. Today I'm doing some filet mignon. So once my veggies cooked down and had like a nice little char, I removed them. I added the steak in, cooked that up again with some seasonings. You can do taco seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, whatever. Cook that up. I threw the vegetables back in to mix it all together, and that is it. It is that simple. As you can see, the prep for this one is super, super easy. You can make it as big or as little as you want if you want to make one meal or 10. Again, to make it really nice and easy, I'm just using a little microwavable rice. I'm using jasmine rice, but you can do any sort of rice that you'd like. And I'm gonna kind of make this like a chipotle style rice, so it's lime and cilantro. If you're like me and you don't like cilantro, just omit the cilantro, and the lime adds like a nice little kick to it. To make it extra easy, I'm just gonna make it in the little container. So I have my rice here that I microwaved, and then into the little container, I'm gonna squeeze in the juice of about like a third of a lime, or if you want it limier, add more lime. I'm gonna do a little sprinkle of salt, a little fresh cracked black pepper, and then about a teaspoon of fresh cilantro in there, and then give it a good mix inside the little container, and boom, you've got chipotle style rice. Super easy, super quick. And last but not least for Mia's bowls, again, just to add a little bit more protein, I actually made a protein packed little sauce for her that she loved.
I need to know what's in this sauce. It's incredible.
If you want to buy it pre-made, I have this like chipotle mayo that'd be really good, or you can make your own chipotle mayo. But as I said, we're going for protein here. We're going for a little more nutritious. If you did not know, Greek yogurt is a wonderful replacement for any sort of sour cream. To make it like a spicy mayo or a chipotle mayo or a sriracha mayo, like you can just basically add any of that to a Greek yogurt, and it adds tons of protein and makes it delicious. I'm gonna start with few tablespoons of Greek yogurt into my bowl. Give it a little mix. If you have never tried these, they're incredible. They're from Trader Joe's. It's a hot and sweet jalapeno, so it's got that sweet, it's got that salty, it's got that spicy, or you could just use regular jalapeno juice, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, maybe like a half a teaspoon or so, just to loosen it up and add some brininess. Since this is a Mexican-inspired dish, I'm using Cholula, but again, if you wanted to make this for like an Asian dish, add in some sriracha. You can really mix it how you want to, but this one goes very, very well and adds a nice kick to all of the food. Just add as much or as little depending on how spicy you want it to be. The Greek yogurt really cools it down. And this is just a fun little hack for literally any sort of meal if you want to just get a little more protein in. Taste test. Good. I'm gonna do a little more of the liquid. Oh my God, it like hits the back of the throat perfectly. Just to make it a little looser, but play around with it, taste it as you go. Perfect. Oh, that's so good. Now we just need to assemble. And last but not least, let's try our steak fajita bowls. I did put cilantro on to make it look pretty. I'm just gonna eat around that part and I'm gonna share with all my friends. Gotta do a little squirt of the lime too. Little lime on top. A little bit of that sauce on the steak. A little rice, a little veg. I got a little cilantro, it's okay. Here we go. Why are you laughing? It's so good. So good. Cal's laughing at me off camera. It's so good. The steak is amazing. The veggies are great. If you're going for low carb, serve it with some cauliflower rice. Put it over a salad. I love a fajita salad. Overall, you guys have to try these recipes if you're looking for some good meal prepping ideas. Let me know if you guys want more of these because I love meal prepping and I can share more ideas with you. And on that note, see you next time. Bye.